welcome to another video. In this floristry tutorial we're going to be making a traditional coffin spray which is going to be 4 foot, and my customer wanted it in the Everton football colours. So the Everton football colours are white and dark blue. Now with my traditional sprays I usually use carnations, roses and lilies. But because I couldn't get those in blue, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to add some blue Delphiniums and some Agapanthus. So this spray is going to be £180, and the flowers that I'm going to be using in that are 12 white roses, 15 white carnations, 10 Agapanthus, 10 Delphiniums. Then we've got 3 roses, and I've got an open one so we can put it into the middle, and then 2 packs of leather leaf, because in my traditional sprays I don't use any of the foliage but leather leaf, so we need quite a lot, especially to fill the 4 foot coffin spray. So I'm going to get my tray, soak my oasis, and then we will get creating. Okay, so for our 4 foot spray, I use a double tray, and I use 3 blocks of floral foam, because in my 3 foot, if you've seen our previous videos, I only use 1 block and that's absolutely fine. But these ones need 2 because there's going to be a lot more stems. Then I don't want it to be flat, so I elevate it with a 1/3, like so. Then we're going to get our waterproof floristry tape or pop tape, and I'm just going to bring it to me, and we just need to securely tie all the oasis to the tray. So I'm going through the middle at the end of one of the blocks at the bottom. Then I'm going to twist it round. I'm going to secure the top block again on the other side, because as you just saw, it did shift a little bit. So it's going to secure that there, and then secure it at the end as well. There we go. Then we're just going to snip the excess off, put that little bit here to secure it, and then our oasis is nice and secure and it's not going anywhere. Fabulous. So we're going to start off with foliaging the oasis first. So now that's nice and secure, I've got my tape measure out. I've measured 48 inches, which is 4 foot. And then I've lined up the middle. So half of 48 is 24. So I've just put a line here so I know that that's going to be the exact middle. So I'm just going to take my leather leaf, snip it down a little bit, and then you've got to line the end of this to the end of the tape measure. And then you know that's going to be exactly 4 foot. Okay, perfect. Now we know that's 4 foot. Now what I do for the width, I take it down a foot. So 12 inches, which is 36. And then that's how wide we should go with the other leather leaf. So obviously I can't show you this with the tape measure because it's just going to snap. So go 1.5 foot that way and 1.5 foot this way, and then you will get a 3 foot width. So it doesn't actually have to be precise, the width. Some people just go narrower. I like to go in a diamond shape. Some people just do like a sort of rectangle sort of shape. So when it comes to the nitty gritty, it doesn't particularly matter the width of it. But do make sure that you know the sort of sizing of the coffin as well. So when your customer does speak to you or your family speak to you, you can then advise them of what sort of style coffin spray that will be needed and will look the best. So this is always the style that I've done. I've done no other style. I've always done the diamond shape, and I've been doing those for about 8 years now. So it's all good. So whatever we've done on this side, we're going to do on the other side as well. So I will flip this round so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm doing exactly the same. Make sure you don't put them in that way, because that's going to be stupid, because you can see all the mechanics here. You need to put it downwards between the oasis and the tray. So this layer is basically to just sort of edge the spray as well as cover the mechanics. Fabulous. Then if you've seen any of our other coffin spray tutorials, you will know that we then do another layer on top. So exactly the same as what we just did, but another layer. And then we do this until we get to the centre. So with each layer, your leather leaf is going to get shorter. So make sure you do a shorter stem, because we want it to come in to the centre. So it makes like a half diamond then. So when you look down on it bird's eye, it's a diamond, but when it's flat, it's a half diamond shape, if that makes sense. Doing the other layers, and then I shall put you on a time lapse now, so I don't flipping bore you to death. We're doing the same thing, and then we'll get on with flowering. So I'll see you in a sec. Fantastic! It is all foliaged up, and it should be looking like this. Diamond shape. Okay, now for the flowers. So I'm starting off with my main flower and biggest flower, which is going to be at the focal point, and that's the open lily. So just going to pop that in there, make sure it's nice and into the water. Beautiful. Then I'm going to add 2 lilies at the side. So one here and one here. Don't know why I just said that, I just felt like saying it. And then I like to edge the whole of the spray in the Delphiniums. So cut them down so it's the same length as the tip as your longest point of the leather leaf on this side. And then make sure the stem is right into the oasis so it's getting a good soak, because we don't want wilted flowers. Exactly the same on this side. Then I like to put one in the middle of the centre here and either side. This can sometimes be quite tricky if you're not working like a coffin spray. Basically, you have to work like that, and you can't actually see it unless you keep turning it around, or you have a big fat lazy Susan, which I don't have. But yeah, you just have to keep working like this, but you get used to it after a while. So whatever we've done on this side, remember, we're going to do on the back. I'm literally just doing exactly the same at the moment. So one at the side at the back, one in the middle at the centre, and then one here as well. So everything is completely symmetrical. And then we've got two more. So I'm going to put, I reckon it looks better there. No, here. I'm going to put one here and then one the other side. I mean, you don't have to do the placing exactly like what I'm doing. It's just an example. So there's the lilies and delphiniums done, and I've got roses, carnations and agapanthus to put in there. So let's go. I'm going to then go on with our roses, and I like to put one here facing you, and then another one just in front of that facing me, then another one facing you, another one facing me. This is literally just because so you can see it if you're looking at it any single side basically. And then one just above our delphinium at the end. And the same on this side. Now, it is essentially going like in a zigzag line, and that's what we want. So we can see as much of the flowers that side as we can at this side, because it's going to be on top of the coffin, on the hearse. So it's going to be looked at in all directions, and we want it to all be the same. Because can you imagine if it was on top of the coffin and there was just all a big blob of flowers here and nothing on this side? That's why it's so important to keep it symmetrical. And with this zigzag line as well, it's not like they're all pointing your way. It's a nice equal sort of effect for everybody that sees it. It might seem a bit extra, but it's the best way to do it. Then I like to put one here in the centre so it makes a line. And then one here. And as you can see, as you go along, as long as they look like they're sort of in a triangle sort of shape, then it's good. It doesn't necessarily have to be, it's just more pleasing for the eye. And then I'll put one here. I'm looking at the I can't actually see, I'm just looking at the camera. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so that's it for our roses. Fantastic. And then it's time for carnations. So I'm just going to put these into the gaps because I count my most expensive flowers as the ones that need to be structured properly, and then the cheaper ones like carnations, they can just go into the gaps. There we go. So any gap that you can see, just put a carnation into there. And another one here. Fab. And then I'm going to do exactly the same around the back, as you already know, because I keep repeating it. Do you know what? I'm going to flip it round now so you can see this side. See, it's basically exactly the same. So I'll come around to your, so that you can see me do this, and I can actually see what I'm doing. Go. Now, carnations aren't actually my favourite flower, and you don't have to use them, but it's just so I could have like a sort of cheaper option for families. because people might not have the money to spend on flowers and things like that. So I just thought if I did 2 options, so I do bespoke and traditional. This is the traditional one. I did upload a video earlier of my bespoke one if you want to go and have a look at that, and it's 3 foot. But yeah, they're just more expensive, and you can have more expensive foliage and flowers in there. So the traditional, it's more like sort of classic funeral sort of shape with classic flowers in. Normally just roses, carnations and lilies, but because I needed to put blue in there, as I said, I need to sort of substitute some of the flowers. So I normally put more roses, more carnations in there, more lilies. Okay, so now I'm going to do the Agapanthus to add some more blue into there. And it is quite difficult to get flowers this colour, like, because like in some seasons of the year you can't get this dark blue, so you're just like, oh god. But you know what, never ever ever, well, I say that, I'm stressing it so much, but it's my opinion, spray flowers for funerals. I'm just like, no. I think funerals, like my bouquets, I spray the hell out of them and I love it, but funerals, it's like, no, it's got to be natural for me. Okay, fab. Then I'm going to go around to the other side again and do the other side. Oh, bloody go in now. Okay, got it. See, we can all have fun whilst doing these. Do you know what? I find it more fun doing tutorials and speaking, because I'll just be here with like background music on, doing it myself. So it's quite nice to just talk to you even though you can't talk to me back. Oh man, I've done 3 bloody videos today as well. And it's nearly 5 o'clock. Makes the day go so bloody fast. Considering I had about 7 deliveries to do and one was either side of Birmingham, which took me 45 minutes to get there and then 45 minutes back. And I'm still going. Okay. Fantastic. Just got another rose here, I'm going to put that there. Okay, then I'm going to spin it round again. So you can see, what do you think? Can we see any gaps? Does anything need to be changed? Or are we liking it? I think that one could just come up a little bit. Okay, yeah, brill. We are done. I just thought I would make this comparison video. So that's a 3 foot bespoke, that one's a 4 foot traditional. Which one do you prefer? Which style do you prefer? I hope this video was super duper helpful. If it was, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, because it helps the channel grow, remember, so we can do more videos like this one. And we'll see you in the next one.